today we're going to rebuild the Red Sox because they just lost Xander Bogaerts to San Diego, which is now called Xandiego. Either way, the Red Sox, they have brought in a couple new players, Kenley Jansen, Chris Martin, along with Masataka Yoshida, but I still feel like this team's in a kind of they're in a weird spot. So that's why I want to come in. I want to help them out because they could also lose Devers. And I feel like if they lose him, it's going to get even worse. So it's time to rebuild them, get them back to those World Series glory days, and let's see what we can do with this team. So like I said, there have been some new additions to the team. When you look at it, you know, there has been some upgrades to the bullpen. I think Jansen's good. I think addition of Chris Martin's good. And I think just the bullpen in general, really strong for the Red Sox. And then when you look at the team, you know, you kind of move Trevor Story back to short. If they can keep Devers, you know, third base looks solid. First base, you've got Tristan Casas for the future. You've got Marcelo Meyer for the future. You've got Brian Bayo for the future and a couple other prospects as well. I just think looking at this team, it lacks firepower. There's not a lot that gets you excited. I feel like there's some good players. There just aren't a lot of really good players. You know, you do bring in Masataka Yoshida, and immediately after the contract was signed, a lot of sources are coming out saying that the Red Sox paid more than double what MLB teams were willing to offer him, which obviously you don't want to hear that. But if he ends up being worth it, you know, 5 years, $90 million, it doesn't really matter, right? So the big question mark is Masataka Yoshida, and then what can they do with the rest of the team? You know, I feel like there's a lack of firepower. I feel like offensively, there's just something missing. That's what we need to do with this team. We need to fix that. We need to fill that hole that's missing offensively. And then you look at pitching. Chris Sale's like the biggest question mark on this team. Can the guy who's made of glass stay healthy? I just feel like every year it's something with him, or at least the last couple of years, it's something with him where he's riding a bike, he's opening his fridge, he sneezed the wrong way. It's just crazy to think about all these injuries that are starting to pile up, and he is getting older. He has had injury issues in the past, so it's going to catch up to him. But when you're paying some guy 30 mil, you kind of want him to stay healthy, right? So I think pitching, specifically starting rotation, really needs a little bit of a bolster. I think, like I said, bullpen's good, and we need some offense, but I don't really see the Red Sox paying big money for an offensive piece this offseason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be cheap this offseason. I think next offseason, depending on if we can keep Devers or not, I think that's where we kind of go big. All right, so looking at the team, you can kind of see the offers that I have out here. I have only 4. I am going to need to spend a little bit of money, and I know I've basically spent my whole budget. I've got about 10 mil left, but I was looking at the team and like, could I go out and sign Rodon? Yes. Rogers, Swanson, all these big names, yes. But like, I just don't see it happening with the Red Sox. And also, like, I'm looking at it, I could sign a shortstop, but like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't need that. First base, there's plenty of first basemen. I don't need one. Like, that's like the one position I'm good at. Second base is a little weak. Third base, we've got Devers. I would like to keep Devers. I would. And then outfield, we've got a couple players that I want to test out. So I think with the offers, we've got Syndergaard on a 2-year deal. It's going to be a club option. We need pitching. I actually might need another pitcher, right? I think I need an extra one, right? I need 2 pitchers. Oh, I have Brian Bayo. What's he looking like? Ooh. He's going to be in the starting lineup though. So like, I feel like I got to give him a shot, but he is a little low rated. And then Brandon Drury can play second base. I thought, you know what? Let's give him a shot because I noticed something. Holy cow, I need righties. I need righties in this lineup. There are none. I also need to find a backup catcher. So that's why I kind of have a couple offers out there. So Tucker Barnhart is a switch hitter. Yeah. I guess I could go for somebody else. The other one I was looking at was Kurt Casale. You know what? I want Kurt Casale for a year instead. I want him instead of Tucker Barnhart. We're going to go 1 year with Kurt Casale. We're going to withdraw our Barnhart offer. And then I've also got Robbie Grossman because he hits lefties well. And I need someone like that because I have nothing but lefty hitters in the lineup. So these are our offers out there. And I might look to add a couple more players, but realistically, that's about it this offseason. All right, so Bobby Dalbec is on the trade block. I've seen some rumors that maybe the Rays want him, but you know what? Sean Murphy's available. I need a catcher. I do. I'm not feeling Casale and McGuire. And if Sean Murphy is available, I feel like the Red Sox probably aren't going to make a trade for him. I feel like Sean Murphy's price tag is going to be pretty high. But you know what? I can get him in MLB The Show, and I'm going to get him. So there's our catcher for the future. All right, so we're in the start of the season. And what I did was I extended a certain contract, and it's not gonna show as a completed transaction. So what I got to do is I got to show you Devers. There he is. Big boy contract. Deserves it. He deserves it. So unlike what the Red Sox are probably going to do in real life, I extended this contract, and there we go. On top of that, this is kind of what the team's looking like. I kind of want to see how it does before I go and blow it up, because Chris Martin's probably not going to be here long. I'm probably going to have to turn to Brazier, or where is he? Oh wait, Josh Taylor. So it'll probably be Brazier that I have to call up, and then maybe Winkowski gets called up depending on how Brian Bayo does. So we'll see. And then looking not at the lineup, or not at the rotation, but the lineup, a lot of lefties. So we obviously do have Sean Murphy. And again, I kind of want to see how everything goes before I go and like completely change up the team. I just feel like we have a lot of lefties, and I would love to get rid of Hosmer's contract if I could. So currently this is our budget situation. It is a tight situation. Hosmer's contract, getting rid of that would be great. And then signing Thor to a 2-year, $15 million deal, probably not my smartest business. So let's see how the season plays out. All right, so at the deadline, season's not going great. We're 43-64, and if you look at it, you can kind of see why. Like no one's really doing like exceptionally well. Signing Brandon Drury to a 3-year deal, probably not my smartest move, considering he's got C potential. But I thought let's try out a new player, and he fits the second base spot that I could use, or I can move Devers to DH and move Drury back to third. And that would allow me to kind of find like an actual second baseman until Marcelo Meyer's ready, which he's not really close to being ready. So maybe we'll see. But yeah, the team, it lacks a little bit. Jarren Duran probably gonna look to replace him. He doesn't really have much value right now, especially since his potential went from A to B. And looking at pitching, we just need pitching. This might be a year where I kind of just pack up things, say season's over, and we just try to get stuff in return for players who like contracts are expiring, or players that I just don't want on the team anymore. So like Paxton, let's try to get something from him. Probably not bringing back Syndergaard, so if I can trade him, sure, let's try to trade him. Pivetta, not even gonna consider bringing him back. And then the lineups, if I can get something for Hosmer, I might cash in on that, even though probably a team wouldn't want that. So let's find something. All right, I'm gonna trade Duran straight up for Jared Kelenic. They're okay with it, and a potential younger, yeah, let's do the deal. All right, so I'm going to take David Bodie and Anderson Espinoza, a reliever, and a third baseman for Eric Hosmer and Ronaldo Hernandez. I've got Sean Murphy at catcher, so I don't really have an opening at catcher anytime soon. I'm getting a bench bat in Bodie, and then I'm also getting rid of Hosmer's contract. That's the big thing right there. And then actually, Anderson Espinoza doesn't look too bad. Like, he could be a bullpen piece next year for us, and he's going to be on a cheap contract, having a good year in AAA. Let's take a shot. All right, I'm getting Michael Streifeller and Donovan Walton for James Paxton and Andrew Politi. Either way, we're getting some decent players. Mostly like bullpen / like platoon players, and then I can spend the money on the players that I'm looking to actually like improve the team. So that does leave me a starter short. It does, which means Winkowski can come up. I'm also thinking about just trading Syndergaard and seeing what I can get for him, and then we'll be really short on pitchers. But like I said, I'm really just looking to kind of tank this year. Like, it sounds bad, which I guess I could have traded the Giants Syndergaard. Padres also kind of need pitching based off of like what I'm seeing here. Some of these guys are doing pretty poorly, and I feel like I could probably get something from the Padres. But what do I want from this team? I want Xander Bogaerts, and I'm actually pretty close. Wow, I can get Xander Bogaerts. I'm not going to bring Xander Bogaerts back, but I can get Xander Bogaerts. That's something that's interesting. What do I need? We've got Kelenic in center. We've got Bodie in the DH spot for now. Probably not going to stay that way. We could use like a true DH. Oh no, wait, Devers is going to go there. Drury can we can switch there. So I could use a second baseman, or I could go like a third baseman, because I'm probably just going to have Drury be like a platoon guy moving forward, because he's not as good as previous years. So I think like a third base DH. Third base DH is what I'm looking for here, which should be pretty easy. All right, so I accidentally had my mic muted, and I forgot to show you that Luis Urias and Syndergaard were flipped. That's the trade right there. Urias for Syndergaard and George Castilla. It got the deal done. So there we go. Luis Urias is in the team. As you can see, I've kind of sieved a little bit since the trade deadline. And that's the trade. I'll show you the team at the end of the season because it's a mess. All right, so we finished 70-92. Yeah, team was bad. Makes sense, right? Like we were pretty bad. We just were. Offensively though, the batting average, where are we? Did I miss us? We're 10th. I'll take that. What about runs? Where are we runs wise? We are looking towards the bottom, 18th. That's not what you want to see. So runs were a little bit low, and then pitching wise, where are we looking pitching wise? Towards the bottom? Maybe in the middle? 18th. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that. All right, so standings. Finished second to last. Not ideal at all. You can see the playoff picture there. And when we take a quick look at awards, you've got Stanton winning MVP along with Acuna. And then you've got Montgomery along with Robbie Ray as the Cy Young winners. And then the rest of the award winners are there. But yeah, we definitely need to turn this around because we're clearly not a good team right now. Like we are a little bit of a mess. So pitching wise, Garrett Whitlock, I would like to take him out of this role and move him more into like the setup, possibly closer role. Barnes, I'm going to let walk after this year. Tanner Houck, kind of the same thing. I want him to be a main piece of this bullpen. Chris Martin was really good. We have him for another year. I just don't think I can use him for another year. I think he's just going to tank too much in overall. Yikes. He does hit arbitration. He is going up. I just don't know if I can, can I have faith in him? Almost a 7 ERA. That's tough. That's really tough. So I do need a lefty in the bullpen. And we'll probably look something like maybe Whitlock here. Jansen slots in for Chris Martin, and then a new reliever, and then I don't know, maybe Jansen like slots in here, or just because he's getting older, he's going to start to fall off a little bit. Maybe move him somewhere in this area. We'll figure something out, but we're definitely going to need bullpen help, and I definitely need starters. Like Chris Sale's solid, but he's not going to progress anymore. Pavetta's gone, so we're going to need at least one. Witkowski, I think, is a back end guy, not terrible. Bayo, back end guy, not terrible. And Mata, probably just not going to be good enough. Just looking at his per nines and stats, probably not going to be good enough. So we're probably looking like Pavetta's gone, Mata's gone. So I need two, like a 2 and a 3. That's what I need in the rotation. So we're looking at 2 pitchers already. We're looking at a couple bullpen arms. Robbie Grossman off the bench wasn't bad. Kurt Casale, backup catcher. I'm not too worried about it. Arroyo, not good. Walton, not great, but he only had 8 at bats. Kind of tough to judge him. McGuire, and then Kike Hernandez, which was like, I did put David Bodie down here. Oh, they actually sent. Okay, so, okay, I see what happened. So Bodie just got sent down. So we've got Bodie here. Apparently he had a couple at-bats with us, but I can't tell. It says total. But Kelnick, 131 at-bats, had a really good season. So, like, that's our center fielder going forward. Like, that's what I'm looking at. Jeter Downs is apparently playing catcher. So there's that. And then we take a look at the actual starters. Yoshida was very good. Verdugo was solid. The on-base percentage is a little low, but solid. Urias picked him up. Looks solid as well. So we've got our third baseman or second baseman, depending how things go. Got Devers, who was fantastic. Trevor Story, little disappointing, not gonna lie. Drury, 23 home runs. Okay. All right, not terrible. Murphy is better than last year. So as long as he continues to go up, we should be fine. And then Tristan Casas, I'm gonna call him Tristan. Was okay, but we definitely need a little bit of help. For sure. So let's get to the offseason. Let's see who wins the World Series, and we go from there. So the Blue Jays defeat the Marlins. The Marlins signed Carlos Rodon, so their pitching staff is probably the best in baseball, hands down. All right, what are we gonna do here? I think I said all these guys are gonna go. Yeah, maybe Grossman. Maybe Grossman, but let's see how much money we have, because I think the budget might be a little tough to work with. 70 mil. Oh boy, I might try to trade Chris Martin right now just to get him off the books, because I'm not going to use him. I'm going to be honest. A 65 overall, he's going to be like a 50 by the time the season's over. So let's just, if I can I get him for like anything? Like, let me see if I can get like a low rated prospect. All right, the Marlins are willing to take him, so there we go. We get it off the books. So that gives me a little bit more money to work with this season. So I'm gonna see what we can do. But you know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 2 pitchers. I'm looking for some bullpen help, and then I think we're just gonna look to strengthen. Just get one bat. That's what I'm looking for. But pitching, definitely the focus here. There are some good pitchers that are available, so I'm gonna go for them. All right, I'm getting a picture from the Phillies. I'm just trying to get a little bit of a salary dump going, and this was actually a really good one. So yeah, I'm gonna take it. All right, Brandon Drury and Trey Harris are gonna get me Matt Foster and Jake Berger. Brandon Drury just didn't work out, so that's why I'm trading him. Plus, I need to sign some players to fill out the roster a little bit. Yeah, it happens every rebuild, but you know what? I get it done. So let me show you the team. All right, so here's our team. So I missed out on Jordan Montgomery, which sucks because he was really good last year. He won Cy Young, I believe. I gotta check now. He did. I missed out. He re-signed with the Cardinals. I think I missed out by like $2 million, which sucks. I should have maybe re-upped my offer, but you know what? We didn't get him. We got Tyler Mahle instead, and then Jack Flaherty. So overall, pretty happy with the way the rotation's looking. Whitlock here, I feel like I'm not using him to the best of utilizing him the best. And so I brought in Suter. I brought in Joe Jimenez through the Rule 5 draft, and then I've also got a couple others down here. I got Matt Foster, right? We got Matt Foster. We got Streifeller. We got Espinoza. We've got a few different arms here where I'm like, you know what? We might just have like a deep bullpen. And now I'm kind of thinking maybe I make Whitlock a starter. I know he started some games for the Red Sox last season, so it's something we could do. And then I went out and signed Hunter Renfroe. So yeah, there's that. That was kind of my big move this offseason, getting Hunter Renfroe. Reunion, right? Yeah, for 2021. So that's the team. You can kind of see what we're looking like here. I like it. I think we're pretty good. We're ranked 8th. Good defense for once. That doesn't happen at all. But yeah, team's looking pretty solid. I mean, look at it. Verdugo is a free agent. That could be an issue. Not gonna lie, that might be a little bit of an issue. But Chris Sale leaving, we'll probably replace him if need be. So overall, I feel like this is a pretty good team. Marcelo Meyer was like really close to getting called up. I thought about it. I just don't think the hitting stats are there just yet. So let's see how the season plays out. All right, Griff McGarry we just got, but we're gonna trade him for Pablo Lopez, who becomes a free agent. I looked at Sixto Sanchez. Could I get Sixto Sanchez? No, I can't. What about Luzardo? Luzardo is pretty easy, and he's having a good year, but it doesn't look like he's a starter. The reason I'm looking for a starter is because our team's been kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty rough, and the Marlins are actually like second to last in the division, and they're like 10 games out of the wild card. So I'm gonna take Pablo Lopez off their hand. I'm gonna see if I can get him to an extension, and essentially he's gonna replace Chris Sale. That's probably what I'm gonna do. So yeah, that's the trade. Peter Downs was also part of it, but we're not using him, and we have some other players there. So I just feel like he's kind of the odd one out. The Blue Jays are like going crazy. What is their team? Okay, what about pitching wise? It looks like the Blue Jays, they're just popping off like crazy. Holy cow. Okay. Yeah, so I've shuffled things up a little bit. Pablo Lopez is going to go over here. I'm going to take out Winkowski for now. I want to see how Anderson Espinoza does. And if it doesn't go well, then I can bring back Winkowski. And you kind of see I shuffled some things around. The team was just doing really bad. Like you can see I've got a 6 ERA with Tyler Mahle, and I've got him for 2 more years, which is not ideal. So yeah, team's currently looking like this. Just some arms we're really struggling. Offensively, we're doing fairly well. So I wanted to strengthen the rotation a little bit. That's the trade. All right, so we're a wild card team taking on the Yankees. Talk about a wild card game. Ooh, I like that. Team rankings wise, where are we now? Again, ooh. I definitely missed us. Where were we? How did I? 14th, right in the middle for batting average. Runs, where are we for runs? We are. I'm blind today. I totally missed us again. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a red square, which is dumb because it's a red B. Why would they put red on top of red? So 11th. So we're like almost top 10 there. You know, RBIs, we're gonna be around the same spot. We're gonna be 11th. So yeah, not bad. We're right. We're in the top half, right? Like that's what you want to see. ERA wise, I'm assuming we're gonna be a little bit lower. 11th, actually not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, league leaders, we had Devers with home runs, which is good to see. And then if we take a look at awards, Cy Young and a couple of Gold Gloves. So Devers was in the mix for MVP. Tatis wins it on the other side. You've got Ohtani with the Cubs. Ooh, what I would do for that. Jack Flaherty wins Cy Young, so that's good to see that we made the right decision in getting Flaherty. Trout and Arenado are the batting title winners. Reliever of the year, Sir Anthony Dominguez and Josh Hader, who is with the Orioles. And Peraza, as well as Derek Hall, are the rookies of the year. I already know this is going to be a mess. Let me fix it. All right, so we have Winkowski here. Okay season. Not as good as it was the previous year, but not too bad. Not too bad, right? Stryfeller, only 9 innings. It's really tough to judge him off of that, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. Espinoza, though. Hold on. Espinoza. I made him the long reliever, so I'm missing a reliever somewhere. Who was it? Foster. I called up Foster. Again, he also kind of struggled in 5 innings. But at the same time, Tyler Mahle was bad. Like, really bad. So, do I rock an extra? So, all right. I'm gonna stick with what we've got right now. So, Suter was good. I was gonna maybe flip one of our pitchers down to the. Either way, we're gonna stick with this. Suter was good. Jimenez struggled for sure, and then we've got Houck and Kenley Jansen. So overall, pretty happy with that. We got Sale, who's down to an 88 last year of his contract, so we're not going to bring him back, but he was good. He was really solid. Flaherty, fantastic. You got yikes, and we signed him for 3 years. Good Lord, not great. Whitlock was solid, as well as Pablo Lopez. So realistically, I'm probably looking something like this. Like that's or like this. We'll probably go like this, but I like this a lot. Honestly, I might go 4-man rotation, go like that. That's the solution, 100%. And then when we take a look at our bench, David Bodie in 100 at bats was actually really good. Kurt Casale, not bad off the bench. Berger killed it off the bench. Love to see that. Arroyo, and then Walton. Our bench, okay, that was probably like one of the best bench performances I've ever had in a rebuild. Yoshida killed it, better than last year. We've got Verdugo, who took a step back, which is not what you want to see in your contract year, but we could probably bring him back on a cheaper deal. Devers was solid. Renfro, I'll take that for a season. We traded really not much for him. Oh no, I signed him. I didn't trade for him. I signed him. Trevor Story. We've got Tristan Casas, who wasn't. It was really similar, actually. I'm looking at his numbers, really similar, just not as many hits. And then Murphy, as well as Kelnick, who I will take that with 32 home runs. And then Urias at the bottom. Why is he at the bottom? Cooled off a little bit, but I might go like that. And then we should be good heading into the postseason against the Yankees, who have a pretty good lineup. Pretty decent lineup. Yeah, what's the pitching looking like? Okay, yeah, this is going to be a good game. All right, Yankees, what do we got here? A 4-1 victory, of course. And since we are rocking the 4-man rotation, it'll be Sale, Lopez. Honestly, I probably have to go like that against the Blue Jays, which, did they make any more trades in their team? Let's see. They did not. No, that's the same team. They just kind of reordered everything, which the team's gross, man. Like, holy smokes. Like, that's a good squad. Oh boy. I don't feel good about this. I really don't. Okay. I mean, like I said, I didn't feel good about it. I'm still gonna rock with the same rotation, but like, holy cow, it just didn't feel right. They've brought in Santander. Obviously, they signed Josh Bell in real life, and Reese McGuire is their catcher. Otherwise, this is the Cleveland Guardians for sure. But I mean, I like that Josh Bell signing for the Guardians. I really do. That's a good first baseman for them. They've got Josh Naylor as well. I like it. I think that's a good move. I still think they need a little bit more offensive power, but I guess in this rebuild, bringing in Santander is not bad. But I still think they need a little bit more. But I mean, the pitching is gross. All right, I mean, if we can sweep them, that'd be great. But like, realistically, that's not gonna happen, right? We're a little reverse sweep action. Ooh, Cleveland knows something about that. But yeah, we're taking on the Phillies. Makes sense, right? Like, their team's gross. On top of that, they signed Trey Turner in real life. Like, and they bolstered their bullpen. The Phillies paying for pitching and good, like, decent pitching too. Okay. Wilmer Flores. All right, and then a couple other like bench bats, but interesting. Okay, you know what? I feel good. Yeah, I feel good. All right, it comes down to this. We need to win one of these two. Clayton Kershaw. Oh, they signed Clayton Kershaw? That's kind of a big move. Oh, Oh, like I said, I was feeling good. I was feeling good. What could we... you know what? City Connect for a little sweep action. Pablo Lopez on the mound for sure. Everybody's looking solid. Let's go. Let's do it. Single to start it off. Back-to-back singles. And then bases are loaded. Let's do a little small ball. Perfect. Bases loaded again. Couldn't score there, but we at least got one. One was I wanted more. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted like 5, but I'll take one. Hit by pitch. We get out of it. Perfect. Love to see that. Team... that's what I was worried about. Team was doing well, but it's only a 1-run lead. Now we're even, and we're in a pitcher's duel. We're in a pitcher's duel. The offense is super quiet, and I don't like that. It's just, I think next run wins. Next run wins, and I think it's gonna be the Phillies. I think it's gonna be the Phillies. The team is just, they're lacking today. They really are. So. Lefty, righty, and then a righty. So I think let's go Stryfeller. And all right, there we go. And Luis Urias with the home run. That's huge. Fielder's choice. All right, so what are we in? The 8th. Let's go to Houck. I mean, he's our setup guy. He's the guy that we look to in the 8th inning. And can we get an insurance run here? We can't. But in the 9th, we've got our guy, Kenley Jansen. Can he close it out? Can he be the guy? Not ideal. Not gonna lie. That is not looking good. All right. I feel like we can't. I can't keep letting Kenley Jansen pitch. I feel like maybe Whitlock here. But he's one of our starters, so like. Ooh. All right, we're gonna go Espinosa. If he gives up the lead, he gives up the lead. 1-run scores, a walk, a strikeout, and a ground out. He gets out of the inning. Yes, he allows a run, but he gets out of the inning. Let's walk it off here. That's a good start. There it is. Look at that. So the MVP goes to Sean Murphy. He won it for us. He walked it off. And then the playoff MVP was Hunter Renfroe. But look at Sean Murphy, 500 average in the World Series, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. Love it. Renfroe, 10 home runs in the postseason, 21 RBIs. Look at the team. Look at that's what I'm talking about. Pitching wise, Flaherty, Sale, Pablo Lopez, okay. Yikes. But the rest, the bullpen. Anderson Espinosa came in for 1 inning, got the job done. He did allow a run, I know, but he got the job done. Kenley though, man, holy cow. And then offensively, what are we looking like? Verdugo had a great postseason. Devers, Yoshida did, Renfroe did. Trevor Story kind of was disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. Trevor Story kind of butt cheeks. We've got Urias, who's great. Murphy, fantastic. Yikes. But 4 home runs. So it looks like his only hits were home runs and 6 RBIs. I'll take it. And then, yeah, Tristan. Yikes. What about the bench? No at-bats for the bench. I'll take it, though. We won a World Series, and I'm happy that I did that with the Red Sox. But again, we did have to make some crazy changes to the team, the bullpen, the starting rotation, and the lineup. Like I said, I think the Red Sox are in a really tough situation. And if things don't go right these next couple of years, might be a rebuild time. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And of course, in the comment section, let me know what you think of the Red Sox. Let me know what you think of the off season, what you want to see next for a new video. That's really about it. Highly recommend you check out this video right here. I think you will thoroughly enjoy it. If you don't, there's definitely another video on the channel that you will enjoy. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.